I'm sure someone does.
No one vapes on podcasts.
I'm gonna call my mom to send them some more coffee.
Oh, we're gonna get into this coffee here in just a little bit.
Did you guys like it?
Oh
Yeah, it's great. Yeah.
I think it is pretty strong.
Yeah, it's great. It's great, man. I'm looking forward to it, man.
Let's do it.
So, I think it's been about time, right?
Yeah.
How long has it been?
Like 5 minutes.
How many minutes do we need to have it?
5 minutes.
How many
Then-
scoops in there?
Oh, a lot.
All right, good.
I put like 6.
So I like it. I mean, jittery. I think.
That's good. I'm pushing it down. What's up, everybody? Hey, welcome to the DC Journey. My name is Drew Craig, and I got a last name. It's Hargrove. It's still my identity now. Well, it is another episode of this little journey that we're on, and I want to introduce a couple people to you. We'll start out with this young lady to my right. Oh, Miss Gennifer. She hates being on podcasts. She hates being on camera. Why don't you say what's up? How you doing?
How's it going?
Did you have a good weekend?
I did.
Yeah, that's great. Also, to her right, do you want to introduce this young gentleman?
No, you go for it.
You want me to?
You're on it. Go for it.
All right. This is Yambo, Captain Yambo. What's up, man?
Chief coffee drinker.
Chief coffee drinker at Fingerprint Ideas Incorporated. Man, there is a lot going on. Dude, welcome to the team. I know you've been around the company for, I don't know, a little over a year,
Yeah.
maybe a year and a half,
Yep.
with Yambo's fishing charter.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you were one of our clients. We
Actually, close to like 2 years if you think about it.
yeah, is it?
Yeah.
Is it 2 years? Well, so you started out as a client, and then you have a passion for, pretty much everything that I have a passion for when it comes to. Sorry about that, guys. I'm hitting this microphone. Everything I do for the company, like videos, drink coffee, listen to that. This is Puerto Rican. What do you call this? Puerto Rican Bam Bam? What is this?
Cafe.
There you go, mate.
You want some gin?
No, I'm good.
Jen bought us a French press a couple weeks ago, and we get to partake in really good coffee. So Yambo got some Puerto Rican coffee from his family back home, and anyways, so dude, you've got a passion. So you came on staff with us.
Yeah. So so a little bit about me. I own Yambo's Fishing Charters down in Corpus Christi, and it's an offshore fishing charter. But I've had a passion for like graphic design and website development and everything digital for a really long time, since I was like in my late teens, early 20s. So yeah, I was doing Yambo's Fishing Charters, but on the side, I was doing like all my marketing, all my designs, except my logo, because I thought that you were way better than that.
Well,
than that was.
thank you, Yambo.
And then my shirts.
Yeah.
But everything else I was doing, I grabbed that design that you created, and I made a bunch of flyers, banners, and Facebook ads, social media ads. Added it into videos, and I had a lot of fun. People start noticing that, like, hey, can you do this for free?
Oh, yeah.
Or, hey, can you do that for free?
I know, man. Those calls are the best.
Yeah.
Hey, Yambo, I'm trying to relate it to fishing and stuff. But anyways, whatever. That was kind of a tangent that didn't deserve to go. The free stuff is what gets me. Hey,
yeah, and I always did it because I like it, right?
Yeah.
I like being behind the computer and like making new things and like just like coming up with new things or making something that's all right better,
Yeah.
I enjoy it, so I was doing it, but it was eating into a lot of my fishing time and like so yeah, and now I'm doing it.
Yeah.
We're on the off season, now I'm doing it with you guys, and I love it.
Yeah.
I love it, totally love it.
Well, you've got a really cool setup too. I mean, you're like, this is not just like, hey, let's go catch some bass out at the local lake, or hey, let's go catch some catfish. I mean, I've seen y'all's Facebook and some social media stuff, and it's like you're catching like those swordfish and sharks and what is if I wanted to take tuna? Y'all got tuna and stuff?
Yeah. So we're in the Gulf of Mexico. We go anywhere. So I'm a captain. I have an OVP captain's license.
Yeah, I got one of those
Which-
too. I forgot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't have it.
I mean, it's pretty cool to have, but it takes a lot of work. But hey, maybe one day.
Yeah.
You even go and drive my boat. You just need about 300 hours. That's all.
That's what I was going to ask. Like, what? It's a license?
Yeah.
And you have
So
to have-
you need 365 days, and I think it's like 300 or 400 hours of saltwater time behind the wheel of a boat.
Really?
Do you have to have like someone with you, or you just keep a log of yourself?
So you're supposed to, but since I own a boat and I owned the boat before the boat that I have, you can't be with someone all the time. But since they know that you have a boat, they have to take the days I use. So yeah, I owned the boat for like 3 years, so I used that time.
This coffee's
And
great.
yeah, they took me in, and I had to go to school for like I think a week. Do all
That's
these
crazy.
tests, pass them, and yeah, it's a Coast Guard. So I went from the Army, right,
Yeah.
to working for the Army to working for the Coast Guard. So I'm still in the military.
So you're working for the Coast Guard?
Well,
Is
so
this
I don't. Yeah, so the license is through the Coast Guard, so it's very regulated, like it is in the Army. You get all the regulations, so like all the same rules and laws that
Yeah.
apply to like any military. Because if not, they just take it away from you like that. The only thing that's different about it is that you're still a civilian. You don't have a contract with them,
Right.
Right. So, but you still, your whole business depends on it, right? So if you do something like, let's say, get a DUI or something like that, they'll take that license so quickly.
Oh,
and then,
jeez.
Yeah, and then your business is done. You can't run any charters.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So that's crazy. That's crazy.
But going back to the fishing charter, so I'm in the Gulf of Mexico, and my license allows me to fish in federal waters, which is anything
So you
from
can go further.
9 miles from from the beach. 9 miles, that's state waters. That's governed by
Right.
Right.
the state of Texas, and then from 9 miles and on, that's federal waters.
Gotcha.
So from 9 miles, we'll go anywhere from like, if I'm with clients and it's a 6 or 8 hour trip, we'll go 25, 30 miles, depending on how the weather is and how fast I can go. But if it's a 12-hour day, we'll go about 80 miles, catching swordfish. There's a lot of mahi out there, marlin. And I got some friends, they got some really big boats. And we'll go 180 miles, spend 2 days
That's
out there.
crazy.
Gosh,
Yeah.
dude. What does a trip like that cost?
What do you mean spend 2 days? Like you stay at
On the
night
boat,
out
yeah.
there?
Yeah.
You can't anchor anywhere, right?
No, so we're fishing about like 3,500 feet of water. So pretty much what we do is we
That's
call
crazy, dude.
Yeah, it's drifting, right? So we'll position the boat. You kind of know where the current and the wind is
Okay.
pushing the boat. And after so many times,
Yeah.
you get
You
back
know
to
where
that
you're
same
gonna end
position,
up.
and
Oh.
then you like drift back at like 1 or 2 miles an hour, depending how fast the currents are. And you catch fish, and then you move the boat right back to that position, and then you drift again.
But what about at nighttime when you're sleeping?
That's when all the tuna come out.
Oh.
So you don't sleep.
So you're
That's awesome.
So
you're
you
staying
guys
up.
should see me when I come back from one of these trips.
You're just
You're like
It's like
dead.
Friday, Saturday, I'm out there fishing
And-
nonstop, and then Sunday we're cleaning a 47-foot boat. And then I'm driving back.
Oh,
that night. Yeah,
dude.
I'm like a zombie on the way back. Like I use
Yeah.
these nose slaps,
Oh yeah.
keep me awake.
Let me see it. Let me see it. You guys, if you've not tried these things, we have a box over there. Jen, can you mind getting that box right there? Nose slap is somebody that hit me up on TikTok, and these things like. We used to be in the world of drinking Red Bulls and Monsters, and I just got to the point where I was like, man, I don't feel good whenever these. Oh, look at that! The thing comes apart. I don't feel good when I drink that much of the Red Bull and Monsters, and so this is nose slap, and I'll actually get it right here. I think that'll work. There we go. Look at that. Here we go. Nose slap. The wake up stick, and we're gonna give it a couple minutes here. In fact, we had to go one.
Yeah, I
open.
think that one should be good.
So
Yeah, it'll slap you awake.
you
Now,
twist
How
it.
many have you guys used?
I mean,
Because-
You can see that one over there is kind of empty.
yeah,
But
we've
don't
used.
they last a long time?
I think you get like 15 smells per
Are
deal.
you serious?
Yeah.
Well, I guess it dries out.
Whenever
But-
you guys are over there in your office and you hear me over here screaming or
Oh,
coughing,
I know exactly what's going on.
Yeah, because you've kind of taken over this whole room, man, as
Yeah,
your
yeah.
little digital studio.
it's pretty cool studio, man.
Yeah. So this stuff is really, really cool, man. Nose slap, the wake up stick. I can't even see
It says
anymore.
alternative energy.
Yeah. And honestly, dude, so the
Essential oils.
last week I went to see my brother in Houston. It was his son's last football game of the year.
Who's that?
And, I had been telling Peyton, who is my nephew, hey, bro, we'll come to one of your games. And it got to the last game of the year, and it's like, by the way, the worst weather that's hitting Texas, like raining every single day.
Oh, yeah.
And so I told Jen, I was like, we got to go. I know
I was
it's
surprised you guys made it down there.
dude. We were swimming there for about
in the luxury vehicle.
Yeah.
So we were like 4 inches above the road.
yeah.
I know.
And
You guys should have took the truck on that one.
Dude,
We should have.
Yeah.
I remember that morning. I was over here. What do you call it?
Hydroplaning.
Hydroplaning.
yeah.
Yes.
Top of the water twice.
Yeah.
I saw my life flash before my eyes at least once.
Yeah, it was an interesting trip, but they played a very good team. They ended up losing the game by like 3 points. They came, or maybe 4 points. They came back.
They almost won.
And almost
Should have passed
won.
that ball to Peyton.
Yeah.
Like 20
Yeah.
more times.
I hate to be partial towards him, but when he got in there, crap happened. Man, it was really nice. But good news is he's a junior, not a senior. I think. Is he?
He's a
Man,
junior.
good lord, this time is going.
That's awesome. You guys drive all the way down there for his game.
Yeah,
we
went
don't
there.
do it enough.
Yeah, we don't do it
Yeah.
enough. It was good seeing my brother. Good seeing my youngest nephew, and that's one of the reasons why we started this company. By the way, I say we started. That's one of the reasons why we've kept the company, because we have the freedom to do some things like that. Taking off 3 or 4 hours early from work and driving to Houston, coming back late at night. Our kids are homeschooled now, which is really, really good. So they don't have to wake up as early because coloring book class 101 doesn't start until 9:45. And then they have a hunting and fishing class that we teach in the backyard here.
Yambo's our new fishing instructor.
Yeah,
I know, right?
We've got
Go out there.
All right, guys. Here's how you reel. What is it called?
This how you bait us. This how you bait a mouse.
Yeah.
This how you bait a mouse on the hook.
So, a couple interesting things. Let me just kind of get some history here. My name is Drew. I am your host today. I own. I started a company back in 2001. That was a graphic design company at that time, and it slowly turned into something bigger and better than that. And we've got everything that you can do with like the print world, but even 10 years ago, I remember someone coming to me that runs a magazine and said, hey, man, you're going to have to diversify because print is dead.
Yeah.
And I'm
I
like,
still hear that.
I hear it all the time.
I've had a customer tell me that not too long ago, but what is he coming here for?
Print. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
Well,
I'm like,
there's all these big companies online that'll print and ship, and they're supposed, but you guys still get so much business.
yeah, well, it's like everything's changing. You have all this stuff that's automated. AI is taking off, which is crazy. But it's like one of the things that I'm seeing is like QuickBooks.
Yeah.
Everyone knows what QuickBooks is. We don't use QuickBooks. We use another company. You know why we use another company? Because they were more relevant to us than QuickBooks.
Yeah.
But now you see, all of a sudden, QuickBooks is all over TikTok, all over Instagram, and they're trying to do the hype stuff. They're trying to be cool again and relevant. And I saw this video like yesterday or over the weekend that it was like, I'm struggling as a business owner. And the guy came in the picture. Well, you know what? You should use QuickBooks. It's online. I'm like, dude, QuickBooks is like the number one accounting software.
Yeah.
And it's only going to be replaced by something that's more automated, that's better looking, that's easier for the end user.
Yeah.
Now it's a automate. What is it called? Accounting software that's on steroids. For most businesses, I don't think they need all that stuff. What we use is a different company. It's cheaper, it's better, and it's catered for our business, which is great. Now, why do I say all that? When someone told me print was dead, I was like, okay, we got to diversify. And so what I wanted to do was I wanted to not just do business cards and banners and signs. We were doing websites at the time. Social media, 10 to 15 years ago, when you had a social media rep, I just clicked the button. I hope I didn't stop it. There we go. When you had a social media rep 10 years ago, which we were doing, we were charging like $2,500 a month just to run people's social media. And every single month, every single year, it gets easier and easier to manage that stuff. And so, like, our prices now start out at like $650 a month and go up from there.
Yeah.
Websites where we used to spend $10,000, or the client used to spend $10,000, $15,000 for a website. Now our websites start out at like $1,250. For the initial site plus $75 a month or whatever we're charging. but like those have been kind of historically a part of our I guess our portfolio of services or whatever. But then we started adding in screen printing. Then we started adding in embroidery. Then we started adding in direct to garment. And now the cool thing is, which has been around for a long time, it's just gotten immensely better, is DTF, which is direct to film, which is basically in a nutshell, taking screen printing ink and putting it on a film, and then you heat press that. So 5 years ago, 10 years ago, like your heat press shirts were
Vinyl.
Yeah, little vinyl stickers that you would stick on a shirt. Now you can print infinite amount of colors on a piece of film.
Yeah, very detailed.
Yeah, and then you basically heat press that on a shirt, and it's lasting. The printer that we have, we've noticed that it lasts about 50 to 75 washes, which is unheard of. And so when I say, or when I heard print is dead, I was like, nah, it's not dead. We just have to make sure we know how to use it.
Yeah.
Similar to, hey, social media is dead. No, you just need to know how to use it. Video is dead. No, you just have to know how to use it. Newspapers, they're still freaking out there. We've got Community Impact, which is a huge company.
We were just at the UT football game downtown.
Hook 'em.
And there were multiple newspaper
Little bins.
Bins,
Yeah.
yes. And they were all local newspapers.
Yeah.
Which I thought was great.
Yeah, so it's like newspapers are dead. Oh, no, you just have to know how to use them. Like I get the call all the time. Here we are one of our offices is based out of Hutto, Texas. It's in a little bit north of Austin on 130, and 79 is the little corridor there. But there's not a magazine here. Taylor's got a magazine. Round Rock's got a newspaper. Taylor's got a newspaper. Round Rock's got a newspaper. I don't know if Pflugerville has the Pflugerville Press. I don't know what it's called. Temple Daily Telegram, Belton. What is it called? There's something in Belton Tribune.
Well,
So,
I don't.
Either
haven't
way,
seen a newspaper in a very long time.
but there's ways to.
I personally love hard copies.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
I would much rather read a newspaper than a
I've
digital,
been
but that's
lost
just
lately
me.
because I don't read the newspaper, but lately I've kind of been away from social media too a little bit.
Yeah.
From my personal account, where everyone's just
Right.
talking,
Right.
So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's good to take a step back from social media, and if we didn't run.
Like I'll get into my business account, and I'll conversate there and see what's going on and how much traffic I'm getting through there. But yeah, my personal account I've kind of neglected
I'm
for a
like
little
this.
bit.
Yeah, I
Depends
feel
on
like,
how much sleep I've had.
Yeah.
It's something to where like, man, if I need something to like put me to sleep.
Yeah.
But that's like the worst thing to
Sometimes,
do.
yes.
No, but it's the worst thing to do.
Yeah,
I do that too.
If you take the blue light into effect, it totally messes up your circadian rhythm. It's
Jeez.
terrible.
She's
It
using
does.
words, Yambo,
That's
that
what
I
I'm
don't
saying.
know the
It's
word.
terrible.
I don't know because he always comes here with so much energy. I just need whatever, like your routine in the morning. I need some of that in my life.
I think I'm just excited to see you, Yambo.
Yeah.
So you got me on this stuff called inositol. And like for me, inositol is like what is it? Can you?
Don't put me on the spot.
I'm not gonna.
I don't know.
This is not a medical expert anymore.
No, stop. It's just part of a sleep stat.
Yeah.
Inositol.
It makes you like hit REM.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you don't have to take it at night. You can actually take it in the morning. It's a powder.
Yeah, the toughest
Dissolve
thing.
it.
I've heard about
the
it.
toughest thing is because it's a suppository. Is like,
No,
no, I'm
it's
just
not.
kidding. It's so it's just a little powder I put under my tongue, and once I get to bed, I can probably watch 20 TikTok videos, and then I'm like, put my phone up, roll over, I'm out.
I leave it running, and I hear like sometimes I wake up in the morning and still talking.
You
Like I have
can't
my
do that.
I have my YouTube videos on.
Listen.
Like they just keep playing. And like, dang, that.
You remember
thing.
back in the day?
My phone is on like airplane mode, and it's like 20 feet away from my head. because
Yeah.
I don't want the EMF.
I
I'm
should.
crazy.
I should. So you want to
should.
hear something funny? Is that so? Because of that, I haven't had a dream since like I don't remember when was
Really?
it. Yeah.
That's sad.
And
dude.
2 nights ago, I had a dream, and I woke up so excited in the
Were
morning.
you?
Like I had a dream,
That's awesome.
You
Yeah,
remember
but
it. Wow.
and then that made me realize how long it's been since I
Yeah.
really hit, like REM or like just really deep restful
Sleep
sleep.
is so important.
Yeah, I know.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's
No,
very
and I could
important.
definitely feel it after a little bit, but my brain's just been going so hard this
Yeah.
past year that
Yeah.
I just don't get. But I
you
do
some-
need to, yeah.
Get you some magnesium.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's like the biggest mineral that we all lack. Take some magnesium and an inositol at night, and you'll be
Perfect.
good to go.
I'm gonna try that.
Yep.
It's good. It's good. We got.
I swear by my magnesium. You will not.
I've
see
heard
me
about
miss
that magnesium. It makes you.
There's all sorts of things. Smooth
Yeah.
muscle relaxer. It's good for your heart, blood pressure, sleep, GI.
all the things I need.
Yep. All the things.
I know.
See, she may not be like on staff as a nurse anymore somewhere.
See, but that's good because these are.
I'm a family nurse.
If you ask me about fishing, I could tell you a couple
know.
of things. If
She's
you ask me
passionate
about
about
like design or like making something happen, or like helping you grow your business, I could probably have something to say. If you ask me about
Yeah.
my health, I'll be like, it's all right.
Yeah. So we have a whole group of friends, dude, that like we don't ever really talk about our past a lot. But we have a whole group of friends that think we just own this company and that this is what we've done forever. And though it is what I've done forever, Jen's just been introduced to this company a little over 2 years ago. So she will use the term retired from nursing in October. I remember we were on our way to
October
Texas
15th,
Motor
yep.
Speedway to go. We went to NASCAR our first year. A couple of our friends were like, "Hey, we got tickets. Y'all are going." I was like, "Okay, we're in, bro." Thinking I'm gonna have to pull out a couple of my teeth to show up there and look and just to fit in. And so we took our RVs up there, and the entire time, dude, she's just in shambles because a lot of medical crap is going on in the world.
Yeah.
And she's I don't want to say a lot of stuff because I'm still friends with some of the people that she used to work with, but dude, self-esteem, like who she was, who she wanted to be, beaten down by the whole system. I remember like setting up the RV. Now keep in mind, Hutto to Texas Motor Speedway in an RV was like 3 hours, 3.5 hours maybe. And so the entire time up there, she's just like trying to write this letter of resignation. And I didn't.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. And finally we left on a Thursday.
I could have used AI then.
Yeah, I know.
It probably came out not too shortly after that too.
It's like, golly, it's only like the last heartfelt thing she's written. But we get there and we set up the RV and I'm setting up everything, getting the internet set up. And she comes outside and it's me, Kristen, and Rick, our kids and their kids. And Jen's like, "I don't have a job."
How did that feel?
Walk us through that.
That's bittersweet. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's almost like a grieving process, to be honest.
Yeah. It's crazy,
'Cause
right?
It is. That was really my like whole identity, which is
How
a
many-
problem in the first place.
Yeah.
It should
Yeah.
have never been my identity. Loyalty gets you nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people that work in the medical field though have like that loyalty or just feel obligated, and you kind of understand why, like people's health depend on the health system, But yeah, I feel like everyone just like, I don't know. So my mom and my dad both work in the hospital. My mom does so my dad does X-ray and she does the how do you say it in English? I'm sorry, my English isn't very
What
good.
say it in Spanish?
The
for me.
checking the babies of the thing.
You're not saying it in Spanish.
Sonograma.
Yeah. So that is
Checking the babies and what?
With
yeah, like like pediatric stuff.
no, you know when you see
I'm
the
pretending
baby,
like
it's
I
like you see the baby, it's like
Yeah,
it's a boy.
ultrasounds.
Ultrasounds, yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
ultrasound. So you just
Oh,
ultrasound tech.
Yeah.
Yeah, in Spanish like sonograma. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no,
my brain isn't working
I
very
was
good.
all over the Spanish.
I haven't been taking my
Oh, you
magnesium
said
and my
you said yeah. Say the words slower.
sonograma.
Yes.
Sonogram, yeah.
Ultrasound, yeah,
ultrasound.
yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, they did that for.
Sonographer.
Is that what it is?
She's a sonographer.
Sonographer. Is that what it is?
She takes actual pictures.
Oh,
Don't be talking about Don't be talking about his mom like that.
Yeah, she did it in kids hospitals for a really long time, but I think that kind of affected her a little bit because
Yeah.
she saw so
Tough,
many
dude.
things. Yeah, and then so she did that for a really long time, and now she just retired
Yeah.
That's
finally.
good.
But she's
How
so
old is your mom?
she's so happy. It's like 50. Oh man, don't ask me that. It's like 56 or
50-ish.
57.
Oh,
Yeah.
she's young. Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
that's awesome, man.
I mean, they're both young, and they both look I'm like, they didn't pass me the good genes. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, because you're like 16. Is that right? That's
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's go with that.
it's-
Well, I mean, I hit 25 and then just stopped counting.
That's
So if
awesome,
you ask me
dude.
right now, I'm at 90.
what, and they count the same way in Puerto Rico.
No, we count backwards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's yeah. Do y'all have a what, dude? What's I know we kind of skipped over you a little bit, Jen. I'm
We're
sorry,
like on the
Oh yeah.
10th
So
subject.
yeah, and yeah,
This is how it
I'm gonna
works.
blame
I
it
know.
on Drew.
dude.
Yes.
I'm into Tangent Monday.
Yeah. But so what I was trying to say was that they had the same experience.
Mm-hmm.
Like they were so loyal to that, and then my mom at the end of it, she hated it,
Mm-hmm.
and my dad, you know. He's never had a real relationship in his life because of his time in the hospital.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So, yeah. Then I don't know. It's just like always there.
Yeah.
Always there.
Yeah.
And I kind of lived that in the Army too, you know, where it was like just an obligation and there's like
Right.
no time. It's like whenever.
Well, that's
like,
the whole point of, institutions like
Yeah.
this, if you really want to get down to it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But ultimately, the number one responsibility or priority in your life is yourself, your spouse, and your kids, right?
Yep.
So
Yeah. You got to take
I'm
some
sorry,
time.
but when
They grow so quick.
I'm dead and gone, my career is not gonna.
Yeah.
What is that gonna do? Like, I want to make sure I leave a legacy for my children, and I
Yeah.
have such a great relationship with my kids, which is one reason why we homeschool.
Yeah.
I want to spend as much
that's
time as
good.
possible with them. I mean, our daughter's only going to be here with us,
Eight-
8 years?
Yeah.
man. Unless
Yes.
we do homeschool college, man, that'd be great.
I know. I heard this thing. I think it was yesterday or this morning, and it was in 100 years, who's gonna remember you?
Yeah.
It's gonna be very little people or nobody.
Right. It sure
And-
as hell's not going to be your career.
Yeah.
Or where you worked.
Exactly.
And spent
So
all your-
why spend so
Right.
much mental energy, stress, and time
Yeah.
doing something that you truly don't love instead of like going out and doing what you
Yeah.
really love? And I realized I went through the same thing whenever I got out of the Army. I felt so not stuck, but like I'm like, well, like it happened, right? I'm out. Like, what am I gonna do?
Yeah.
And I was like, Drew,
Yeah.
can I? He's like,
took
well, you can
forever,
work for
too.
home. You can work from home. I'm like,
No.
no, I need people around me.
Yeah.
I just need to feel like I'm doing, like I'm doing something around people and laughing, and we have such a good time
Yeah.
here, You
a
guys
lot
have
of
been
freedom
so
in it, right?
welcoming when like I started coming into the office. I appreciate you guys. You have no idea.
Well, don't cry. Yeah, I mean, dude, there's a lot of stuff. I mean, we have a lot of freedom here in this country, man. That
Well, you have
a
to
lot
claim your freedom.
Yeah, I think.
It's not just
maybe
given.
I think there's a lot of
contrary to
truth to that. I mean, you got to claim everything. I mean, the jackass that started 40-hour work weeks. I want to kill that guy. Like, that's not a threat, guys. So if you hear that, he's probably already dead. But
I feel the truth.
it's kind of crazy, dude. Like, yeah, I'm sorry, that was I was touching my mic. That wasn't someone knocking on the
okay.
door. Sorry.
Yeah, we're still
we're
working,
brand
guys.
new to this whole thing. A lot of like the gentleman that came in earlier, I was talking to him. He works for a huge company and is in tech, and it's okay. You want us to sidetrack?
It's one of my 25 alarms.
Yeah, he asked me. He's like, when customers walk in the office, they're like, "Hey, what? You got a dog and a bunch of kids running around? What are y'all doing? Have a daycare here?" And I was like,
Did he really say
"No, he didn't. He somewhat said that, but he was joking. He homeschools his kids too.
that? No way, for
yeah,
real?
Yeah, which
so
is cool.
that's
But he's
why
got
you guys were talking for so long.
he's got I think he said 18-year-old, 20-year-old, 21-year-old,
Oh, wow.
and the 18-year-old's senior, finishing up everything, and was like. I think he wanted me to get a little political on things, and I'm like, man, we didn't really pull out our kids because of politics, and fortunately, like the school. I'll talk for me. You could talk for you.
Well, there's no one reason.
No.
There was not one reason. It was a multitude of reasons.
Yeah.
And politics within the public education system,
Yeah,
yes.
and not to bash like where they were, because I feel like they weren't getting like radical, not at all. I think maybe there's some radical stuff in every single school, but like you look at some schools out there and they're like, there's school board fights and all these crazy meetings going on, and unfortunately where we are, we weren't experiencing any of that. And so for us to be like, oh my gosh, we pulled them out for radical reasons. No, we pulled them out because I don't feel that my 10-year-old daughter needs to be in school for 8 hours a day And instead, now she's in school and it's in micro sessions. And I feel like she has grown in the past 3 months more so than she ever has. And it's not to say that public school's not doing their job. I just feel like what the program that we are in is doing such an exceptional job. Now, she's fighting us tooth and nail because of the social side of things. So we've got to make sure that socially, my daughter and my son are around other people. And so having them around other kids of all backgrounds. Like this is not
And
just like
all ages.
Yeah, this is not just like a Christian school. This is like they're all across the world, bro. Like there's some people in her class that are from Honduras.
That's awesome.
And so like though they're not hanging out at lunchtime, they get to interact, and it's cool. I walked in a while ago and they're like praying before the class, and I'm like, dude, this is like I didn't realize that was a part of the thing, but I'm like, okay. So I just waited till they were done.
So how does that work? They're like on a Zoom call or something?
Yeah, it's
sort
a
of
live, live class. Like her literature teacher lives in Honduras.
Oh, really?
And she homeschools her kids, and that's where they live right now. But she has like 20 kids in her class from all over.
I think it's awesome too. They get to see something different than all these other kids that go through school thinking they have to do this a certain way, or they have to go to college, or they have to do this,
I
and they
think
have to
that's
find
what
this job.
is like, like
You know?
no, you don't have to do it a certain way. There's
there's so many
ways to do it.
especially nowadays.
Yeah.
You know, and everything's changing so fast right now.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Even for us, like we see that here. And I think everyone sees it now, right? Like AI and everything. Everything's getting so easy to do. That I think colleges aren't going to catch up fast enough. So like if they see other ways, other options,
they
want to
how
go.
They're going to get around the whole AI in college.
Yeah,
I don't either, because it's just crazy. Because like you've got AIs that now rewrite other AIs scripts for you.
Well, not everyone's the smartest person in the world. Ask me a question that only Einstein would know. I'm pretty sure I could. ChatGPT is yes, Captain Yambo,
funny.
what do you want today?
Yeah, it's interesting, man. Like the world's changing, and if you use the tools the right way, it really can help out with every aspect of your life. It's funny. Last night Yambo and I were talking, and by the way, his real name is Andres, but he goes by Yambo because that's what they do in Puerto Rico. Yeah, we were texting back and forth. I was like, dude, look at this. A new AI software that was on TikTok. 20 minutes later.
Crazy.
Is it ChatGPT? They're making videos now. It's crazy.
It's so stupid. And so, there's so much stuff going on. Like business owners that don't know about it. Like you need to find a team of people like us that can help build it for your company.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing, right? Is that all of these things are tools, right? Even if people don't know how to use them properly. I know a lot of people that they know about ChatGPT, but they just want to have random funny conversations with it, but like they don't realize how powerful of a tool it is. Or not just ChatGPT, it's like the biggest one that most people know, but there is so many other AI tools that you can use, and they just facilitate.
Right.
And we work with it a lot, right? And was it last week? We incorporated it into a couple of our clients' websites and their programs. So then that way, it helps them out a little bit. So
well, I thought it was really cool because like you were able to with the software that we use. Yeah, dude, we've been working on this software for like 3 or 4 years. Yeah. And you were able to like come in here, and it's awesome because 2
weeks. He's like, do you know about this?
You came in here, and even though we
trained the AI,
you literally had AI read our website, and now it answers questions for our clients, some automatically, without them realizing that they're not talking to a staff member, which is kind of cool in itself. But it's like, we use it as a resource to save time on things. And so now we're able to concentrate on the really, really important things. Not saying the customer that's texting in isn't important, but we've put so much time and effort into making sure the answers to all the questions we get asked are on the site, that like now it's just automatically like just like that.
Yeah.
It can
And
say,
then-
hey, what's the pricing of a logo? Well,
Exactly. You don't have to think about
Yeah.
it and write it. It'll give you the suggestion, and then you can decide if you want to send that as is or you want to modify it. But it has all the information about our company and what we do, and pretty much all of our prices and everything. So it's
Yeah.
pretty accurate. I'm just. I don't know. My brain doesn't really stop,
No,
but I
mine
have a
either.
really short attention span. So like I get these things done really quick,
Yeah.
and then
That's why you two mesh very well.
well, so enough about us. Enough about the company. What'd y'all do this weekend? What'd you
well,
Like,
what'd you think about? Left turn. Like what did y'all do? Like what where's your head at right now? What are you thinking about? What are you stressing about?
So I had my kids this weekend.
Yeah.
It was awesome. They had a great time. We're gonna go and do some trunk or treats, but Daddy got a little
Weather.
bit too drunk on Friday and
Oh my god.
spent Saturday, and then
That's so funny, dude.
yesterday was a little
that.
cold to go
Recuperation.
out. But no, we had fun. They decorated some cookies, and then my son and I, Robbie, my oldest, we sat down and watched the Back to the Future movies.
oh, that's
Oh, yeah.
great.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
awesome.
and they're so awesome. He
Man,
loved
we
them.
need to do that.
Yeah.
I know. And yeah, so he never seen them. I thought,
Yeah.
I thought maybe he wouldn't. But we were watching a YouTube video and they had
That's
the
like
hoverboard.
so relevant. Like
I know.
now.
Oh well, it's because it's based on now.
Yes.
Yeah, and he was so surprised. Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't even look like they made it in 1985. Like, that's how technology is right now. You can like kind of fix the videos up a little bit, but yeah.
Right.
But I mean, it's still such a good movie, and we had such a good time. And we watched this first one and the second one, and then we're still gonna watch the other one. So we did that. My youngest Caleb, he ran around the house and yelled and played with the girls, and they decorated some cookies. We tried to find them some pumpkins, but we had a good time. It was a good weekend.
Yeah.
I'm glad I had to.
Are you guys gonna go trick or treating tomorrow?
Yeah, so I'm
Yeah.
gonna take them out. We're gonna go with our friends and the girls, and we're gonna go out on an area that we went with them last year. We're gonna this
Yeah.
year give out a lot of candy there.
Yes.
Bro, there's some people taking Halloween super serious, man.
Yeah.
Super serious. What'd you do?
How so?
Oh, and they're just like
Well,
spending
just-
thousands of dollars on like
Oh,
characters
is
and
that what
stuff.
you're talking
Oh,
about?
yeah,
yeah.
we went,
So totally
went over to
different.
Lance's house the other day, and he's one of our.
But I love it.
I love it too.
Yeah.
but he was like, he lives in Liberty Hill. He called me. He's like, hey Drew, hey man, how far is your office from Hutto? I said, or from Home Depot? I said, man, Lance, I'm right here. I'm at Home Depot right now. He's like, will you go in and I just bought something. I don't want to drive all the way out there. So I literally went in. There's like a $400 thing he bought, picked it up for him. Actually had to pay for it. And then I just took it out there and
That's crazy. That's crazy to us, but like honestly,
He
like people
probably
like
has
that.
like $10,000 worth
Good
of.
God.
But imagine
Whatever
like
you call it.
the kids are going through and
Yeah.
they see that house and like, oh my god!
Yeah.
So it's such a good time for them. So
Which, by the way,
it's
we
kind of
gotta-
crazy for us to like spend $10,000. But
It's not
I'm
happening.
glad that they do because the kids have
Yeah.
a good time
Right.
when they go there and it's
That's
it's
totally
an
how he
experience.
is, though.
Yeah.
He,
Yeah.
it's all about the kids.
Oh
And
man, it is.
the kids' experiences with
Yeah,
him.
we got to print out that banner for
Yes,
him.
that's
though.
what I was just thinking.
Yeah, yeah. I
was
talked
just
to him
thinking about
yesterday
that.
about it. What was the highlight of the weekend for you?
I honestly don't remember what we did. Oh, I do remember now. We
Yeah.
went to the UT
Yeah, we
football
went to the
game.
UT game. That was good. We got dude. So
We played baseball Saturday morning in the rain.
How did that go?
we won.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah? That's
we
awesome.
won, but they canceled the rest of the tournament. So I think we got like third or fourth place in
Yeah.
total in the league.
Yeah, that's
out
their
of-
first year in coach pitch, so not
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah, it wasn't too cold Saturday morning.
No,
was
it
it?
Oh,
wasn't
no,
cold.
no,
it
it
was
was
just
great.
rainy, and I
Yeah.
don't do well in rain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then we went to the UT game.
Yeah, it was an early game.
We
They-
could not figure out where our seats were, which is the first time that's ever happened to us. So literally, we're like on row 40, and we need to get down to 30, and we just walked straight down to it,
Oh, no.
like parting the Red
it was
Sea.
weird.
It was so embarrassing.
it wasn't that embarrassing.
It was
but,
embarrassing.
You know.
How was that? Everyone
Yeah.
looking at you guys
We were
like,
like,
oh,
"This is
they're
not
lost.
our first
Like,
time
they're-
here."
Look at those drunks up there.
like,
they haven't
I
even
just
started-
don't know where to go. Can't figure it out.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, not all those people were supposed to be in that section.
Oh,
but
absolutely not. I feel like there was three people in my
mean,
seat.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fortunately, they were light. So,
Yeah.
UT game was great. We went to a restaurant downtown Austin called Salty Sal afterwards.
Yeah, which we went to before.
Yeah, had some appetizers. Then we went to some 5-star
It was a 5-star
5-star
review.
rated Google reviewed
It
bar.
wasn't bad. The environment was nice.
Yeah, it was. Waitress was
Super nice.
cool, but like
It was
you
dead
could
in there,
tell
though.
that she wasn't going to get a lot of tips that night because it
It
was
has to be
dead.
the location, I think.
I don't know, man. It's like, yeah, I don't know.
Has
But,
a lot of 5-star reviews.
Yeah.
You know, this is one thing that's been on
This is
my mind.
twice I've kind of been burned on the 5-star reviews.
Well, I think it's because they get so much traffic and so many
Yeah.
people going, and they kind of like get used to it, and then after that, they kind of like just
yeah.
Yeah.
you know.
Did you guys see my post? Was it yesterday about this? This is like these people that are buying leads.
Yeah, you did. I did see that.
So I got hit up by a company. Hey, man, your company could really use this. I know what you guys do. You can resell this, and it's like $135 a month per client, but they get you.
This is the one you sent me.
No, this is scam.
Yeah.
They'll give you 20 free 5-star Google reviews every month,
Oh,
and I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah.
for $135, if you are that desperate
Mm-hmm.
for leads, you need to do something with your company, and so it was just kind of frustrating to me. I'm looking to see who's at the door here. All right, we had a brief little pause there, but Google reviews should be authentic. You know, they should be authentic. They don't need to be paid for, and so we assist in getting them, but like this company wanted to charge me to solicit to my customers to get them fake Google reviews, and it freaking pissed me off so much. I was like, I didn't want to blast the company, but I threw out their infographics yesterday, and I'm
well,
just like,
you can't be mad at the company.
Yeah, they're
For-
capitalizing wherever the
Right.
money is.
It's the
it's the people using the software, man.
What do you think about a company, right, whose owner is willing to pay for fake reviews? Do you think that's a company that's going to make it long term? Or
potentially,
you can
yeah,
save,
they-
or you can save the $135 or however much it is.
Well, that was
you
what
know?
they would charge us, and then they told us to resell it,
Yeah.
for $4.99 a month.
Yeah.
What-
And I'm like,
$499
$4.99 a month, yeah. And I was like,
for you to use it.
no, they wanted us to open up our Rolodex, give them our clients, and say, hey, they're going to call on behalf of Fingerprint Ideas.
No
and
way! I'd be so pissed.
I know. Hey, by the way, we've partnered with Fingerprint Ideas, and we're going to get you 20 free Google reviews every single month, and it only costs you $4.99 a month. I don't
probably
stand by
gibberish
that.
too. You know, when
Yeah.
people read them, it's like, oh yeah,
It's like
it's so great.
It pops up on one of the construction companies that we
Yeah,
had. They did a good job building my jacuzzi. I'm like, they don't even build jacuzzis, bro. 5-star reviews though. Hallelujah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like that. Well, let's end this thing here. Let's talk about some stuff. We all got a lot of crap going on. The world seems to be going crazy. What are the last minute thoughts you can give to our audience? Little words of wisdom, any advice, anything?
Should take more vacations.
Definitely. I've been waiting. I think you guys should go over to Puerto Rico, and
Yep.
if you guys haven't,
We're gonna plan it for sure.
Yeah.
yeah, if someone listening hasn't been yet,
January, February.
so-
is that still an okay time?
it's perfect time, right?
Okay.
Because during
February
the
would be
summertime
good.
down there, it gets pretty hot, but
Yeah.
the wintertime, you'll be like high 80s.
Yeah, that's
a
like
little
perfect.
humid. Oh, yes, perfect. And you kind of get away from the crowd, too, so
Yeah.
you can go a lot more places without having to be, waiting in line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The island that y'all's property's on,
Culebra.
you fly in and then you take
you
a
could.
golf cart.
So you could fly in, but I would recommend taking the ferry. It's $3
Oh, yeah,
for
that's
the
right.
ferry. And it's about a 45-minute drive there, but it's
Yeah.
a pretty big boat, and they got pretty comfortable seating. For $3, you can't beat it. Or you
For
can
how
pay
much?
$3 per person.
I thought you said 300.
No,
and then you
$3.
said 3.
Yeah,
What in the
$3.
world?
Or you could pay like $90 to $200, depending on how busy they are for the
Yeah.
plane, and
But-
wish that you make it there alive.
Yes.
Like,
Oh, dude.
it's
Yeah,
like
it's
one of
not
those like single prop planes.
Same thing it was in Costa Rica, bro.
And there's
Costa
like-
Rica was a little bit better.
Oh, whenever you guys go there, you see this airport. It's like the size of this building, and there's a big mountain right before it. So the planes come in nose first, and then they gotta like last
forget
minute.
that.
You're like, oh no, man. Yeah. So I recommend taking the ferry, and then once you get there, You call. I'll give you the contact info for all the places that rent the go karts. I like the go karts just because
Like
not
an
the go karts.
actual
No, the
golf cart.
Golf carts.
I'm
yeah,
like,
sorry.
you get a go kart?
Okay. So you get a couple of options, right? You can either get a golf cart, or now they have those UTVs like the Polaris or Can-Ams.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's what I want.
Yeah, they're pretty fast. They're fun.
You drive that in the street?
Yeah, in the street, all over the island. Yeah, I think it's I might get this wrong, but I think it's like maybe like 9-10 square miles,
Okay.
and it's like
Yeah,
super
yeah.
tiny.
Yeah.
It's like one road that goes to one side of the island, one road that goes to the other side of the island. That's it. You can on a golf cart, you can only go. I think it's like 25 miles an hour,
Yeah.
since they're limited to that. And I like taking that because the island is really small. If I go
Yeah.
fast, I'll be like, all right, I'm there. All right, that's
Yeah.
it. You know, I
Take
like
your
taking
time,
it
enjoy the
in. Yeah.
view.
And there's so many things. Even the bay there is like crystal clear water. It's like some of the most. I think the second most beautiful beach in the world is right there.
Golly.
Yeah, it's
Sounds
like
great.
crystal clear, white sands. That's on one side of the island. On the other side of the island, it's kind of more rocky. It has a little bit of grass, but there you go.
Yeah.
And there's no waves because the waves come in from the east side.
Sounds
and-
amazing.
Yeah, and then you go swimming with the turtles, with the green sea turtles. You just swim with them.
That's
Dude,
cool.
it's super cool. You guys
Wow.
should do it. Take the
Yeah.
kids over there,
I'm
have a good
totally
time.
down.
So coming up, guys, we've got Tommy from M4 Builders. We've got Zach from Keeping It Realty. And we've got Leanna and Katie from Haven Homes
Yeah.
coming up. That's going to be cool. I think they're from Haven Homes. Yeah.
They are from Haven Homes.
And so, man, it's going to be good. We're going to be talking a lot about business, a little bit about life, and the journey by DC.
Journey.
Thank you guys so much for listening. Have a wonderful day. Blessings be upon you.